For example, divide x to the fourth minus 9x squared minus 5 divided by x minus 2. This first expression is the numerator. This second expression is the denominator. Translate this into one fraction, we get x to the fourth minus 9x squared minus 5 on top, x minus 2 at the bottom. Now, as you notice, this denominator, x minus 2, is not a monomial. Because it's not a monomial, you cannot take every term in the numerator divided by the denominator. So we need to use the long division for this example. So the outline for long division is dividend inside the bracket represent the numerator x to the fourth minus 9x squared minus 5. Divisor represent the denominator x minus 2. Quotient represent the result from dividing the numerator by the denominator, or dividend by divisor. So let's replacing numerator and denominator. So dividend now is the numerator x to the fourth minus 9x squared minus 5. The divisor is x minus 2, and you see here. Now remember, for long division, the order of the way you arrange the power in a dividend is very important. Make sure every term has the power arranged in the descending order of 1, or the power is decreasing by 1 each term. So let's see, we have 3 terms here. The first term, x to the fourth, has power 4. The second term has the power 2. And the third term is a constant. That means the power is 0. So we have 4, 2, 0. As you see, the order of power is decreasing, but not by 1. Because to go from 4 to 2, you skip the third power. To go from 2 to 0, you skipped the first power. So you cannot perform this long division when you have missing power of 1. So to solve this problem, we will add the term with the missing power. Now notice that when you add a new term, that means you change the original dividend. So how do we know which is the right term to add? So here, the suggestion. Well, actually, that's what you need to do. So to go from 4 to 2, you're missing the third power, right? So you will add plus 0, x to the third. And remember, 0, x to the third is 0, because 0 times anything is 0. So I'm going to add x to the fourth plus 0x to the third between x to the fourth and negative 9x squared. Now you see between here. Alright? So this is the term I'm just add. And you know 0 times anything is 0. So it's okay to add this term because we have not changed the original dividend. Now between 2 and 0, the missing term that has the power 1. So I'm going to add 0x. And again, 0 times anything is 0. So adding 0 doesn't change the original dividend. So as you see, I just add the 2 missing terms. One with the third power and one with the first power. Now let's check if now we have the powers of the dividend is decreasing of 1. So 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's great. Now we have all the power is arranged in decreasing order by 1. So now we know we're ready to perform the long division. So very similar to last time. You take the first term, okay, you take the first term in the dividend, divide by the first term in the divisor, okay? So I will take the first term, x to the fourth, divide by the first term in the divisor. I would get x to the third, okay? I got x to the third because I take 4 minus 1. I got 3. The power of this denominator x is 1. So now, once I got x to the third, I will put it on top. x to the third, okay? Then take x to the third, multiply by the divisor, every term in the divisor. So x to the third times x is x to the fourth. X to the third times negative 2 is negative 2x to the third. Okay? And put them in parentheses. And don't forget to subtract. Now when you subtract, I always subtract from top to bottom because I will distribute this negative to every term inside the parentheses. So negative times x to the fourth is negative x to the fourth plus x to the fourth is 0. So you know that you have 0 over here. Sorry. And then negative times negative. So make sure you see there are two negatives here. Negative times negative 2x to the third is positive 2x to the third plus 0x to the third is actually still positive 2x to the third. Okay? Now simplify this. 0 plus 2x to the third is 2x to the third. Now, you may wonder, are we done with the long division? And remember, you're done when the power on the right is smaller than the power in the divisor. Now the power on the right we have now is 3, so decrease from 4 to 3. But 3 is still bigger than the power of 1 in the divisor, x minus 2. That means you have to continue. So to continue, I will bring down the next term. Let me use this color here. I will bring down this term, okay? So I have now, let's see, this term is negative, so negative 9x squared, okay? Now, to perform the division, you follow the same procedure. You take the first terms on the right, divide by the first term in the divisor, so 2x to the third, divide by x. So simplify, you have 2x, x to the third divided by x is 2x squared. So now you have 2x squared. Put it on top, you would have plus 2x squared. From here, you take 2x squared, multiply by the divisor. So multiply by divisor, 2x squared times x is 2x to the third. Okay? 2x squared times negative 2 is negative 4x squared. Okay? And put them in the parentheses and subtract them. And you see every step is very similar. And then distribute this negative side to every terms inside the parentheses. I always perform from the bottom to the top. So negative times positive 2x to the third is negative 2x to the third plus 2x to the third is 0. And you should not be surprised. You should get 0 every time because you want to eliminate the term with the highest power. First step we did, we eliminate x to the fourth. Next step we just did is eliminate the term with x to the third. That's the plan. Now continue. Take negative, distribute to negative 4x squared. You would get 4x squared. So positive 4x squared, subtract 9x squared is negative 5x squared. So one more time, negative times negative is positive 4x squared. Subtract 9x squared is negative 5x squared. Okay? And now simplify 0 minus 5x squared is negative 5x squared. Alright? Now, again, you need to double check the power to the right. Make sure the power over here is smaller than the power in the divisor. The power to the right, at this point, we get 2. 2 is still bigger than the power in the divisor because the power in the divisor is 1. 2 is greater than 1, not smaller. Because of that, you need to continue using the long division. So the next step, I'll bring down the next term, which is 0x. So I bring this down. So plus 0x. Alright, so follow the same procedure. You take the first term here, divide by the first term in the divisor. So negative 5x squared divide by the first term in the divisor, x. Simplify, you would get negative 5x, okay? Negative 5x. So bring this negative 5x on top here. Right? Follow the same procedure. You take negative 5x, the whole thing, negative 5x, multiply by the divisor. So let's do that. Negative 5x times x is negative 5x squared. And then negative 5x times negative 2 is what? Positive 10x. Okay? And then to put them into parentheses and subtracts. And don't forget to distribute the negative side to every term inside parentheses. Okay? So now we have negative times negative is positive 5x squared. Subtract 5x squared is 0. Again, you should not be surprised. You want to eliminate the term with the highest power. 0, 0, 0, you see is a pattern. So negative times positive 10x is negative 10x. So negative 10x plus 0 is negative 10x. Okay? 0 minus negative 10x is negative 10x. Now, you need to double check the power to the right. If the power to the right is smaller to the power in the divisor, if the power to the right is smaller than the power in the divisor, we're done with long division. Now, the power to the right is 1. The power in the divisor is also 1. 1 is not smaller than 1 because it's not. You have to continue the long division. So the next step, we will bring down the next term in the dividend. Bring this down. Bring the negative 5 down. Right? And you follow the same procedure. You take the first term here, divide by the first term in the divisor. So negative 10x divide by x, you would get, let's see, negative 10. Okay, so you got negative 10 here. And then bring negative 10, put it in the quotient. Right? So now you see you have, I just put negative 10 on top, part of the quotient. Then take negative 10 multiplied by divisor. So negative 10 times x is, let's see, negative 10x. Negative 10 times negative 2 is what? Positive 20. Let's double check. Negative 10 times x, negative 10x. Negative 10 times negative 2 is positive 20. Then put them into parentheses. And don't forget to put the subtraction. And distribute this negative to every term inside the parentheses. So negative times negative is positive 10x. Subtract 10x is 0. Again, should be no surprise. You want to eliminate the term with the x variable in this step. Negative times positive 20 is negative 20. Negative 20, subtract 5 is negative 25. Okay? So you simplify this. 0 minus 25 is negative 25. Okay? Now you want to double check. Negative 25 is a constant. It has power of 0. And the divisor has power of 1. From this, you know that you're done with the long division because the power in the remainder is smaller than the power in the divisor. 0 less than 1. Okay? So because of this, you know that you're done with long division. You're left with a remainder, negative 25. And again, this is how you write the answer. Very similar. So let me rewriting what we got up here. Top divide by bottom. Top divide by bottom. I'm going to rewrite this step right here. So we have x to the fourth minus 9x squared minus 5 divided by x minus 2 equal to, so the result came from the quotient. This is the quotient right here. On top of the bracket, which is x to the third plus 2x squared minus 5x minus 10. So I'm going to copy this result here. So x to the third plus 2x squared minus 5x minus 10. Let me double check, make sure I got it right. X to the third plus 2x squared minus 5x minus 10. Don't forget we have a remainder, which is here, negative 25. So you put negative 25 divided by the divisor. The divisor is here to the left of the front of the bracket, which is x minus 2, or the denominator. So x minus 2 goes here. Let's go under the remainder. So this is how you divide x to the fourth minus 9x squared minus 5 divided by x minus 2. Any result is x to the third plus 2x squared minus 5x minus 10 subtracts 25 divided by x minus 2. There are many ways you can write this remainder. You can have plus here. If you have the plus here, make sure you have negative 25 on top divided by x minus 2. But express answer in this way is fine. So again, to multiply, to know if you get the right answer, remember you can take the quotient, which is x to the third plus 2x squared minus 5x minus 10, take the quotient, multiply by the divisor, and then you add with the remainder, negative 25 over here. You should get the result, which is the dividend, x to the fourth plus 0x to the third minus 9x squared plus 0x minus 5, which is the numerator here. Okay? So this is how you divide this example. Let me put up the answer here.